like to ask you some tips. Obviously, we want to learn a thing or two from our guests each time,
There
right?
you go.
How can people live a self-directed healthcare lifestyle?
Very good question, and it's really a broad question because there's so many things that you could be doing. From the basics is we need to get moving,
Mm-hmm.
right? When I say that, we need to physically move. We need to move our body. We need to move our joints. We need to sweat a little bit. We need to get outside and breathe. Even with all the stuff that's going on now,
Mm.
and they say stay inside, is just get into your backyard, get outside, get oxygen. Our body needs natural oxygen.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That does quite a that does a lot just on its own, just with that. Now, if we can take that and add a little bit of nutrition to it, where we can reduce the sugars in our body, caffeines, all that sort of stuff that our body has a hard time digesting anyways, because it treats it as a chemical. If we can reduce those items at a very easy level, um, carbs, sugar, caffeines, all those items, you need to live life. So now have a little bit here and there, have a donut, have fun, but just don't make it a normal, you know what, I need to have donuts for breakfast. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if we can get to the basis of that, and then from there, we need to add nutritional stuff to the foods that we're eating because there's not enough nutrition in the foods that we're eating today.
Mm.
There's not. The food we're eating today, even if it's organic, it's not the same it was when you and I were growing up,
Right.
right? 30 years ago, 40 years ago, it's not the same. So we need to add this extra supplementation into our diet for our bodies to fuel that Lamborghini. We're Lamborghinis. We need to fuel that Lamborghini, right? You can't put carrots into a Lamborghini, and you can't put what? Name a different type of gasoline for the Lamborghini to run at its optimal pace. You just can't do it, right? So
I
with
often refer my body to my Uber drivers as a vintage car. I'm a vintage car. I've been on this earth for some time doing what I do for a long time. I need a lot of maintenance.
There you go. I love it. I love it. And that maintenance could be fun stuff too, of course, right? So with that, like I said, if you have the right supplementation, you're taking enzymes, which a lot of people don't understand what enzymes are. So
Yeah.
very quick example of enzymes is you have a bowl of porridge, like old school porridge, right? It's kind of a dry mix. If you open up a capsule of enzymes
Yeah.
into a bowl, one capsule, and you stir it for 5 minutes, it's going to liquefy. So when it liquefies, picture that in your stomach
Yeah.
after you eat supper or breakfast or lunch. So after every meal, if you add that enzyme into your regiment, it's
Yeah.
going to help digest the food that you're eating and take all the wonderful, great nutrition that you're eating and actually absorb it better into your body. So you're truly absorbing that Lamborghini is going to run better and smoother because of those enzymes,
Yep.
right? So then if you can use a probiotic, which is really good. So the probiotics we use is actually from doTERRA. And from those is a dual capsule. So one will actually help, for simple purposes, is clean out your guts, if you will. The other portion will go into your lower intestines where a lot of the work gets done. And that happens when you're sleeping. So you take it right before you sleep,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's really, really good there. And then, of course, we have essential oils. So you can see here, I have a diffuser going. I have a
Ah,
little
yes.
platter of oils going.
Nice. Yeah.
Um, there's so many things that can be done with essential oils that I'm glad that you use essential oils and you educate people on them because they are so powerful. What a lot of people don't understand is that there's different flavors of essential oils. I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but I want to make people understand that there are different levels of essential oils. When you go to the grocery store or Walmart or Walgreens or Costco, wherever you go and you do your shopping and it's a healthy store, essential oils from there are not the same as if you actually get a pure therapeutic grade essential oil. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
If you read the bottle, and I was just on another conversation this morning, and this was with a pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
So a pharmacist was buying oils from a healthy store. I'm going to call it a healthy store so we don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
And they were using peppermint. Just plain old peppermint. Peppermint. Can you take internally peppermint, Ingrid?
You can.
Exactly. So the oil that this person had says you cannot take it internally, or you cannot put it topically, but you could diffuse it. So if you diffuse an essential oil, does
Yeah.
it get into your body?
Well, it plays on the olfactory system, but not necessarily into your body. Into your body
It does get into your body.
through
What you breathe,
through
what you breathe,
yeah,
it
olfactory.
goes to your hair, to your nose, you're breathing into your mouth, it gets into your bloodstream. So
Yeah.
if you're breathing something that you cannot take internally, like a peppermint, I'm using it as an example because I want to give you the other side of it,
Yeah.
you're still putting chemicals into your body,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So if you use a pure synthetic, like a pure therapeutic grade essential oil that has no synthetics, no fillers, no pesticides, you're now putting a pure peppermint internally. That is good for you. That
Yeah.
helps with head tension, helps with digestion, helps cool your body down. That's peppermint,
Yeah.
right? That's the difference between essential oils. So when you're actually doing an actual protocol, if you will, on somebody that is dealing with some kind of ailment,
Yeah.
you want to use the most purest form of an essential oil to get that experience.
That's my
And
second
that,
husband, by the way.
my second husband, hopefully there's not a third. I heard.
Did you hear that, Andy? Hopefully, there's not a third.
I heard you're a great guy, though.
He is. He is.
There you go. Good answer. Good answer. So with essential oils, it's super, super important that people understand that, because people are just going to the store saying, well, essential oils are good for you, I'm going to go do them. Well,
Yeah.
stop. You need to understand what you're doing, because it's like having a lavender candle. It smells like lavender doesn't mean you're going to have the therapeutic benefits of a lavender candle. It's very different, right? So it's like having a strawberry, but it's not a strawberry, it's a chocolate bar. But it looks like a strawberry, smells like a strawberry, tastes like strawberry, but it's 100% sugar. Is it good for you? No, right? So we got to be careful with that. So with essential oils, you got to really understand the makeup, the chemistry, where they're distilled, where they're grown. That's super important. So if you get frankincense and it's from a green lab and they're making this stuff and you're buying frankincense for $12, run the other way. Don't buy it. It's not frankincense.
Right. Yeah.
And
They must add something to it to make it that.
Synthetics, fillers, carrier oils. So that's on the essential oils. That's one tip. Did you ask for 3 tips or 1 tip? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think that is very, very